back to the fourth video in this series on niche selection. Today we are going to be talking all about content marketing as well as video and podcast marketing sub-niches. So there is so much to cover. Let's go ahead and jump right into content marketing sub-niches. So there are so many different ways that you can go with just content marketing. You have video creation, which of course can be now long form and short form content, infographic design and distribution, blog content distribution, interactive content. So this can be surveys and polls and even quizzes, even developing opt-ins to help these businesses bring in more leads, more subscribers that they're able to nurture and work with. So this can be through ebooks or just simple checklists or ways for them to be able to opt in. Think about all the different lead magnet options. This can also be case study repurposing, or something that is very big with content marketing is content repurposing. And this is where they take a single piece of content that has been created and turn that into multiple forms of content. So let's say, for instance, a video has been created. Now that same video can be turned into different short-term video clips that can be posted on different social media sites. This can be turned into a blog post, an email. Quotes can be taken from it and put on different social media channels. So it allows that one piece of content to be repurposed into other pieces that then can be marketed to different ways, and you're able to reach different people who are consuming information in different ways. User-generated content campaigns are also popular because this helps you take content that has been created by users, by the followers, by the customers, and turn that into content for the actual business to help drive engagement and bring in new leads. Now let's talk about video and podcast niches. A lot of people use videos, they use podcasts in order to grow their business, to expand their audience, to generate leads for their business. And so being able to be the person to really help market those videos, those podcasts, is really what is going to move the needle for these businesses. But we could really get even more specific within those, so let's do that. I always like at the start of these to be the person who is going to develop this strategy, looking at what do we have now, what is working, what's not working, what do we need to scale up, what do we need to scale down, or what do we need to test or try differently to see what is going to get the best results for us, to make sure we're also using our time appropriately so that we're going to be using the time more towards what is getting us the biggest results versus just trying to be spread across everything, even if not everything is bringing in the most results that would make it worth our time. You can also, within video marketing, even get into the video creation before you actually get into marketing. And within video creation, there's so many different types of videos that you can create. These can be explainer videos, product demos, video tours, social media videos, training videos, animated videos, 360-degree videos. So you can always be the person who is creating those videos as well to prepare them to be marketed. Because if you don't start with a good video, it's not going to do so well no matter how good you are at marketing. Keyword research is, of course, something that's great for SEO, but if you are doing video marketing, that can be very valuable as well. Maybe you are looking to promote the video on YouTube, so you need to be good at YouTube keyword research. Or maybe you just want the video to appear on Google, so you need to be able to do the keyword research for that. Other sub-niches to consider would be production services, video scripts, video optimization, and as I'm sure you're not going to be surprised if you've been following this series so far, analytics and reporting. So this is where you are analyzing the performance metrics and providing insights for improvement that will help impact the decisions that you make for future videos. And of course, the whole video marketing and distribution. How are you going to take the different types of videos that are being created and go out and market those? So this may be with the content repurposing. This may be publishing on the blog. And this is where we may need to look at paid, owned, and earned media opportunities. So paid are going to be all of our paid options. These are where we can go put the video and pay for an ad so that it gets the views. Then we can think about our owned media. These are the channels that we already own. This could be putting the video on our blog post. This could be putting it on the YouTube channel, on social media. And then we looked at the earned channels. And this is where we may be working with others and earn. And this may be others that we have already established partnerships with. They've already seen the good work that the company has done, and they start to automatically just share this content or send referrals. And this is typically done by developing those relationships, but also producing really good work that people want to share naturally. For podcasts, we also have podcast SEO, strategic outreach. This could be making sure that we are getting the host on different podcasts. This could be getting guests to come on the podcast to make sure that it remains interesting and valuable to the audience. This could be strategically looking at these opportunities to see who's going to be the most relevant, but also who has a good audience that is naturally going to promote that podcast to their audience to help build this business's podcast and audience as well. This is really where we're looking at media appearances and influencer opportunities. We could also just do some of the basics from these show notes and actually doing the write-ups, posting it, making it live. It is a whole entire process in order to be able to do that. Another really good one for podcasts is sponsorship and monetization consulting and implementation. So this is about really defining the strategy about how this podcast is going to be monetized. How are they going to gain sponsors? How are they going to set their rates? How are they going to use this podcast in order to bring revenue into their business? That is a whole host of work itself, just being able to do the outreach and establish the partnerships. And even as you gain partnerships for a particular business, you're able to then already have those partnerships that you're able to then use the next time you have new podcast clients coming in. So once you've done some of that work initially, you're building up some of the relationships, you're going to be able to use that for future clients as well. So then it really helps to build your network and you become more valuable simply because of the connections that you have. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to do so. We got one more video coming in this series where we're going to be looking at some additional sub niches. Questions about these, anything you've heard in this series so far, or just want to share some ideas, pop them down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next and final video in this series.